women's social and political union, the movement better known as the suffragettes.
अच्छा मैं आज इधर पहली दफ़ा बैठी हूँ सीट पे ना, बड़ी दफ़ा कहा कि अपने उसमें बस में भी बैठूँगी, लेकिन मैं थोड़ा सा तो रास्ता होता था उधर से उधर, लेकिन हम लोग मैं खुशी के साथ भी ना हम ऊपर बैठी हूँ जी। मैं जब 1967 में आई थी तो मेरे यहाँ से 2001 में बैठे थे मैं और शीला भाजी डबल डेकर में ऊपर, लेकिन यहाँ इस सीट पे पीछे इस सीट पे बैठी इस पे मैं आज पहली दफ़ा इस सीट पे ना बड़े मज़े की सीट पे डबल डेकर का भी
sandstone building with attached columns, right, was the first permanent provincial bank of England in 1886. Including Cotton Green, a shop owned by William Gallagher, formerly the Manchester Oasis. The first floor is a balcony in which Prime Minister Sir William Gladstone leads the church. Attention, we will shortly be travelling underneath an electric tram cable. For your safety, please stay seated. Known as Metrolink, Manchester's tram system is the largest in the UK. In 1988, government approval was granted to bring trams back to the streets of Manchester, and the first route between Bury and Victoria Station was opened in 1992. There are now 8 routes running through the city centre and into Greater Manchester. In addition, there is the Metro Shuttle, a free bus system, numbers 1, 2 and 3, encompassing rail stations, car parks, shopping areas and businesses. All banks and former banks streets led the area to be built from half square mile, a square mile financial district in London. Manchester city centre's main radio transmitter crowns City Tower, the tallest element of the complex, at 107 metres or 352 feet. The concrete decoration of the site is said to represent early computer circuitry and note Manchester's status as a computer capital, particularly with the machine type Baby in 1948, the first computer type of electronic memory. As you approach the Trafford Quays, you might glimpse Manchester's Trident and its magnificent The district has restaurants, medicine shops, financial and legal services, and supermarkets. Manchester's main village. Pedestrian street, standing on the west side of the Bridgewater Hall, is lined with bars and restaurants. Canal Street was developed when the canal was constructed in 1804. Trade artery running throughout the city, and the first waterway to cross the country, linking the east and west coasts. Obviously, all businesses evolved the service that uses the canal. Canal Street is the hub for the Manchester Pride Big Weekend, each August bank holiday. Starting off from humble beginnings in 1989, the event is now one of the largest of its kind within the UK. In 1769. In his 20s, Reginald was 65. Bush, much smaller. He was one of the States landmarks of Manchester. The most prominent building on the street is the Knights of the Crown Courts complex built by Manchester. It was designed by its workers and opened in 1971 as the City Museum. Attention! We will shortly be travelling underneath an electric tram cable. For your safety, please stay seated.
name's Naomi, and I will be assisting Dominic with this tour
इसकी
today.
आवाज़ से
Before 1755, the area, now known as Piccadilly Gardens, which lies on the left, was occupied by water-filled clay pits called the doorposts. In 1755, the Manchester Royal Infirmary was built. The majority of the hospital buildings were demolished in 1910. And in 1914, the area was finally cleared and transformed into a large space in the city centre. It was in the former Royal Hotel in Piccadilly Gardens that the world's first professional football league was ratified in 1888.
कैसी सारा घूम के देखे हैं
We are now entering an area known as the Northern Quarter. The streets around here, Newton Street, Lever Street and Stevenson Square, are characterised by large converted textile warehouses. They hint at Manchester's previous dominance, when the city controlled 80% of the world's cotton trade. UK production would peak between 1912 and 1914, with up to 8 billion linear yards of finished cotton production. The nearest rival was Japan with 56 million linear yards. Business declined after World War II as production rose in countries closer to the raw material and with cheaper labour. The Royal Exchange closed in 1968 and there is no cotton industry in Greater Manchester today. The old warehouses in the city centre still provide strong bones for the city and have now been converted into apartments, offices, bars and restaurants. Famous Northern Quarter shopping can be found in Affleck's Palace and Manchester Craft and Design Centre. There are numerous live music venues such as Band on the Wall, The Castle, Night and Day and Matt and Friends. Stevenson Square was previously Manchester's Speaker's Corner started by marches and parades. Those seeking democratic reforms such as charters, union members and suffragettes would address crowds here. Today, colourful street art makes for a lively scene.
Manchester Arndale follows the curve of the road here on the left. The building commenced in 1972.
मैं भी वही देख रही हूँ शीट तो नहीं आ
Mostly Victorian buildings from the 17th and 18th century layout, streets and houses. This area has been rebuilt in the last couple of decades. On Saturday, June 15th, 1996, the IRA detonated a powerful bomb on Corporation Street, causing devastating damage to the Arndale Centre and surrounding areas. There were no fatalities. The bomb rebuild has won many awards, provided far more public space and attracted big names in retail and food and drink. These days, Manchester Arndale is home to over 200 stylish stores, making it one of the largest inner-city shopping centres.
सो से ऊपर है ये है ना डेल इसके अंदर था डिश मैच
is located on the site of the business premises. Established in 1870. Currently, this is the largest city centre
प्रेम आते हो लगी है इसका नाम हैरी पॉटर लग रहा है चक्रे मार हैरी पॉटर
now home to a wide variety of restaurants.
Our next stop is the National Football Museum. The green glass building on the left, hosting the National Football Museum, is called Urbis and opened in June 2002 as a symbol of regeneration after the IRA's 1996 Manchester bombing. Since 2012, Urbis has been home to the National Football Museum, which, covering 4 floors, has the largest collection of football-related memorabilia in the UK and attracts over 500,000 visitors each year.
The original Victoria Station was designed by George Stephenson and completed in 1834, of which part still remains in the current structure. The 2012 new block at Cheetham's School of Music is on the left. The school was established in 1969. The school, founded as a charity school by Uncle Cheetham in 1650. Events venue in Manchester. Ancient sandstone walls of Cheetham's rise up the land. These are in many ways the most enchanting Manchester buildings, and oldest structures in the city. They began life as priests' quarters and moved by church in 1423. In 1653, successful merchant Humphrey Cheetham created a school for boys in Ireland, much of which can still be
ये बोट
visited.
भी इधर से गुजरती है ना
Today, it is the School of Music.
हाँ बोट वाली
The library was the most precious space of the building, and is now the oldest free public library in the English. Manchester Cathedral
वो जहाँ
is the
ऐसे
seat of the Bishop of Manchester and
लाइब्रेरी
the
का
city's parish church.
म्यूजियम गांधी का मसला
The cathedral dates back to 1200 years. There has been a church on this site for around 1300 years. The cathedral was badly damaged during the Christmas floods of 1940. Fortunately, most of the woodwork survived. This forms some of the finest such art in the United Kingdom. Choir, maid singing, It was city states in 19 early 19th century. It has its own cathedral, university, and was home to the port of Manchester, now the Quays, on the mountain to Piccadilly.
तो सीन के पास नहीं है
The city
Same
boasts
capacity.
perhaps the largest concentration of broadcast media in Europe.
कौन सा नाम क्या है इसका देने है बड़े कहते हैं तो आज तक एक बेनिफिट लिया
The old church here is sacred to
Dat is het. En ja, dat is de bekers bij de boven. Die heeft die bijna niet meer.
This church was built in 1752. The church was built 7 years before the
काम करें तो पेंशन लगती है
So far, in 1847,
कल लेट लेके गए हैं ना लग रहा वो आज की
The pleasant green
और
space on
10
the
बजे
right
से
for
निकले घर से
approaching features statues of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, surrounded by notable buildings.
आज
The oldest of these is the old central structure, and was adapted from a former private mansion called Last Hill. This is now Salford Museum and Art Gallery. The museum and art gallery with its interesting collections are free of charge and contain a recreation of a 19th century Salford street, Lark Hill Place. The glorious red building to the left of the museum and art gallery as we look at it
वही रहे
was opened as the Royal Technical Institute in 1896 by Henry Lloyd. The institute eventually became the University of Salford in 1967. The 60s buildings to the right comprise part of the university, which has more than 20,000 students. Notable alumni include the comedian Peter Kay and the co-songwriter and guitarist of the Smiths, Johnny Marr.
most simple engineering project undertaken in 19th century. Opened by Queen Victoria in 1894, the trade, canal generating, together with the largest industrial area and also Manchester's industry. In 1983, Salford City Council acquired 220 acres in the Manchester Ship Canal. The area we're approaching was rebranded as Salford Quays, and redevelopment began in 1985. Between 1986 and 1988, infrastructure developed. Moorings and water sport facilities are provided in hotel, cinema, housing, and offices. The key to success was providing culture, retail, and food and drink. In the year 2000, the Lowry Theatre opened, which was the catalyst for the second and most successful phase of development. Attention, we will shortly be travelling in the tram cable. Safety, please stay seated. Leaving City as the nation's largest institution. Piccadilly, almost 25 Salford Gardens, 20,000 house. BBC Then there's Bridgewater Hall, and CBBC, and the main square of the movie city, street, dominated the street, most famous commercial industrial city, but should also be remembered for its weird and desolate landscapes and seasons.
Manchester Shipyard enabled the newly created port of Manchester to become Britain's third biggest port, even though the city was about 40 miles inland. Despite opening in 1894, it was never the commercial success its sponsors had hoped for. The amount of freight carried by the canal peaked in 1958 at 18 million tons. The increasing size of ocean-going ships and the port's failure to introduce modern container methods resulted in the volume of freight dropping steadily, and the closure of the docks in Salford in 1984, 90 years after its opening. The canal's water quality has improved in recent years, and there are now several nature reserves along its banks. Locally, increasing populations of ducks, Canada geese, and even swans can be observed. This area of the quays is also commonly used for water sports. Is now one of the most rapidly developing areas of the city, with a mix of retail, business and leisure uses. The 21st century ship canal is symbolised not by ocean-going liners, but by giant projects located along the water's edge, such as the Trafford Centre shopping mall, Media City, and towering office and residential apartments. The lower reaches of the canal are still busy with shipping, particularly around the cleaning of the second dock, and the Stanley oil refinery, carrying some 7 million tons of cargo, mostly oil, chemicals, and grain. The sighting of a cargo ship at the old Manchester dock is now a guarantee. There are, however, regular flights between Liverpool and Salford, operated by Mersey ferries. In 1892, and would swing open, allowing ocean-going cargo ships to travel to the upper reaches of the canal at Pomona docks. It was the largest and heaviest of the ship's canal swing bridges, weighing 1,800 tons. In July 1987, the bridge was listed as a Grade 2 structure, and in 1998, the bridge was refurbished and fixed in place as part of a scheme to widen the road to a dual carriageway. with the new bridge that we are driving on built alongside. As we turn right towards Old Trafford, notice on the left the two remnants of former ship canal warehouses, once so typical of the area. The Victoria warehouse today is actually a Our next stop is Old Trafford, home of Manchester United.
Manchester is far more than football. But soon football, like Manchester, is 21st century dominant brand. The city is home to two of the most popular and successful football teams in the world. Manchester United. Of course, the city into the sporting world much deeper than football. The legacy of the 2002 Games, the successful official aviation version in 2012. The great sporting Manchester United is
The Imperial War Museum North is an unusual structure and worth a walk around to get a feel for it. Designed by Daniel Leapskind and opened in 2002. To create the building's design, Leapskind placed a ceramic teapot in a plastic bag and dropped it out of the window. Three of the broken shards he arranged as a word shattered by wind in a pattern representing the three theatres of land, sea, and air war. The message of the museum is stated as War Shapes Lives. This is delivered without judgment, the facts and stories made before visitors, and covers conflict since World War I. The temporary exhibitions are always worth visiting, and there are plenty of activities for kids, and of course a cafe and a shop. Coronation Street is a British TV institution. First broadcast on December 9, 1960, it is the longest running serialised television drama in the world. The show has been however, the British public has been lives of ordinary people living in working class towns. Until the late 1960s, all episodes were filmed within indoor sets at Granada's Quay Street Studios in central Manchester. In 1968, Granada rented a railway yard alongside their studios to erect the programme's first purpose-built outdoor set. In 2014, the show moved to the Quays to form another area of Media City UK, and tours of the set can can be pre-booked online. Trees and plants were brought in from around the world, and the gardens became extremely popular, both with those seeking relaxation and clean air in the city. The site eventually fell into disrepair and was closed in 1982. The archway is the only reminder of the gardens which could have easily become the Kew Gardens of the North.
Koffi, den kleinen Koffi, das ist hoch. life-size silicon bronze memorial of Alan Turing resides in Salford Gardens, commemorating his achievements. Turing conceived modern computing and through helping to break the
इसको देख के क्या कहते हैं वाली बिल्डिंग दिखी कॉलेज में है कोई फोटो ये फोटो सारे बच्चे बल्ले बल्ले मैं कि खाओ देख ले टेंशन नहीं लेते हैं ना ये फ्री ये भी आंटी कुछ बना हुआ है ये क्या है मेकअप है
multinational corporations, such as the BBC, have already relocated away from London to Manchester. As Manchester's population continues to soar, so does the demand for new high-rise residential developments, including properties that now dwarf Beaton Tower, for years the tallest building outside London. second first passenger railway station in the world. This was the massive station for Liverpool and Manchester Railway, which was opened in 1899. The immediate success of the railway meant it was copied across the country and then across the world. The station building is part of the Museum of Science and Industry, which is the next stop for this tour. People of all ages, especially families, will enjoy visiting the museum, and entry is free. The range of exhibitions is huge, covering steam engines, space, atom, gas, water, electricity, computers, photography, aviation, Manchester's history, city's past and pioneering achievement, and also a planetarium.
And cost £150 million to open and private apartments. At level 23 is Cloud 23, the viewing bar and top floor of the tower. At 168 metres or 550 feet, Lincoln Tower is easily the tallest building in the city. It delivers a stark simple Manchester Central Convention Complex is an exhibitions and conferences converging from the former Manchester Central Railway Station. The station was the northern terminus for services to London and opened in July 1880. After 89 years as a railway terminus, it closed to passengers in May 1969. It was renovated as an exhibition centre and was opened by the Queen in 1982.
It's
also hosted conferences involving the main British military. The Midland Hotel was built in 1903 by Charles Trubshaw for the Midland Railway Company. On May 4, 1904, Charles Rolls met local manufacturer Frederick Royce. Together, they created the Rolls-Royce Motor Company. Inside Adams Beats, celebrated French restaurant, diners included Winston Churchill and Jane Patton. The Beatles were not refused entry because they were dressed inappropriately. Attention, we will shortly be travelling underneath an electric tram cable. For safety, please stay seated. Manchester Central Line opened in 1944. The opening was attended by King's knowledge is not. As does the light. There's a performance space and immediately special business, music, and children.
वो मुझे वहाँ से भी निकले वहाँ से
मैं
बताया
पुछा दी कोई होया तो मैं जरूर दसांगी ते कदों तक जा रहे
कौन से ड्रेस पे
अच्छा
उनकी कॉलेज वाले
कोई जाने लगा है ना
ड्रेस ठीक करा दी हमें
ये पहले मसला हो जाता तुम्हारे वास्ते ना
तो वो स्टेशन के 9 टाइप हो गए ना जनता वाले
जी हाँ
तो नई जनता को नवाज को सेट में भेज भी दी और उनको भी दे दी 4 दिन हो गए इस वक्त
हाँ जी आवाज़ छोटी है सफ़र मुश्किल है जरूर पुछा दी कोई होया जरूर दसांगी
हाँ जी कल
ये इब्राहिम अपना ठीक ठाक अल्लाह का शुक्र है कि बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चा ठीक तरह से सिखा रहा है क्या सिलवान को इब्राहिम सवा 3 बजे होना तो इब्राहिम 3:05 चलो सही इंशाल्लाह मैं करांगी ठीक है
वो टेस्ट में आ गई तो बात को
अपना ख्याल रखियो
जब बाबा ने जब निकलाएगा तो आप उन्हें बोल बोले कौन देगा कितने मेरे टेस्ट करना भेजे तो वो बोले
फिर ये इस्लाम दुआ दे रहे हैं ना दिखा दिखा जाने
कल निकलेगा
इस रजिया मेरे पास मैं शादी पे है बस खिला की डांस की बात कर रही थी आज भाई कुछ सडन की वो चले गए ना ये भी उधर ही रहते हैं उनके पास आंटी रजिया सलाम दे रही थी उनका मुन्ने शक बहन है ना आंटी रजिया मिस रजिया ना उनका जिक्र उनकी आगे ना उनका उनके आगे बहुत अच्छा नहीं लगता कह रही है जो बंदा है उधर से पक्का शादी वाला मेरे साथ टिकट करानी है
Innovation and achievement. We would like to thank you for travelling with us, and we hope you found the tour to be enjoyable. Remember that your ticket is valid for 2 days, giving you the opportunity to explore some of the sights you've seen on this tour. When leaving the bus, please make sure you check your passport and online review.
अभी कह रहे हैं रात को कह रहे हैं अच्छा मैंने उन्हें 5 से 6 का खाया चाय में आई हाँ सही है